Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, hello. I am going to give a few minutes of space for us, for more people to join before I begin. Happy New Year. So excited to dive into this new year, this new conversation for releasing and realigning with our highest form. In this Tea and Talk, I will be talking about releasing what's been weighing us down and how we can realign in our truest and most aligned state. And start the new year off with clarity and focus. Focusing on our goals, focusing on our growth, focusing on our healing, and having clarity on just where we are from our past. And so just want to clear out and cleanse out the space. So while we wait for a few people to join, I love to talk about the teas that I'm drinking because this is a tea and talk. This is my beautiful mug, and I'm drinking a wonderful tea today. It's so good. Okay, so what am I drinking? I have a turmeric and ginger root tea that I am drinking. And I added mullein and I believe cloves to this blend. So it's mullein leaf in here, which is really good for clearing out mucus, boosting your immunity system. And then turmeric and ginger root are just overall good cleansing for the palate. And I don't have any sweeteners, so there's no sweetener in the tea. It's just regular tea. So you can drop down below what tea you're drinking for this conversation, or what your favorite tea is if you're not drinking tea. Like whatever your favorite beverage is. It doesn't have to be tea, but it is what I like. So tea. Super excited. Okay, so let's dive in. I just want to take a cleansing breath before we begin. Clearing the space, clearing the aura. I just did some Paleo Santo, drinking my tea, and I just want to just do a deep breath really quickly. Relaxing your muscles, being ready to be open to whatever information is going to align with you to help guide you through this 2025 year. This year will be full of prosperity and abundance and clarity. So it will be, take a deep breath in, open up and release anything that's not in alignment for this year. Just take a moment with yourself. Great. Awesome. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful start to the new year. So, make sure you're comfortable. You have your tea. And let's start to have our heart-to-heart about what stepping into 2025 looks like. This month, our theme, or my theme for this entire month, the Flow and Frequency Club, and just for living and guidance for the month of January is realignment, release and realignment. And the reason why I chose this is because it is very close to home. It's very close and dear to where I am currently. I am learning how to release things that don't align with me so that I can make steps and space and steps to realign. So what does that look like? What does it look like to create space and release things that you truly want? One thing that I like to do, and the representation I like to think of, is like a backpack. Think of your energy as a backpack. For me, if you fill your backpack up with junk and clutter and rocks and things that are heavy but not really useful, you're going to feel not only weighed down but exhausted by what it is that you're putting into this backpack. Instead of putting in things that are going to feed your interest and your knowledge, metaphorically speaking, and I'm saying we because these are things that I'm even learning and moving through, we tend to hold on to these things that are toxic. So I'm like, as a child, I'm like, instead of, I might forget my pens and pencils, but I packed my gummy worms and my hot Cheetos and my soda, like my Pepsi and my Coca-Cola. But when I get to where I need to be, I'm not prepared because I didn't bring the things, and I don't even have space to even bring the things if I wanted to. You want to reassess. We want to reassess outdated beliefs and outdated toxic relationships, outdated perceptions. So what that may look like is, for me, it's a lot of journaling. I've been doing so much time, taking time to journal and understand what it is that I may need. Releasing is actually an act of self-love. And one affirmation I like to say is, I deserve peace, clarity, and freedom. I deserve peace, clarity, and freedom. I deserve peace of mind, clarity so that I can move with the divine, and freedom so that I'm not bound by anything that's not going to allow me to expand in the way that I need to. Ways that you can release is you can always reflect. I've been doing a lot of reflective journaling, which is asking things and diving in. And you can ask yourself things like, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? It can look like a job. It can look like a house. It can look like a pet. It can look like a relationship. It can look like anything that is allowing you to not be able to flourish. And you can normally tell that something is toxic by the way your energy seems at the end of the encounter. If you seem depleted, if you seem like drained, if you seem like every time you go to this place or you do this thing or you're hanging out with this person, you're not in alignment and you're feeling very low or heavy, then most likely these may be things that are not serving you. I'm finding for myself, I want to be in places and spaces that uplift me, where I leave and I feel more energized than when I came. And that takes time to really get that discernment of, how is this space in place really truly making me feel? How is it feeding me? How is it allowing me to move in freedom? So doing a lot of reflective journaling, that's something you can do. The second thing is finding forgiveness. A way of releasing sometimes is allowing forgiveness, and that's not always with another person. For me, through therapy, I've been learning that I need to learn how to forgive myself. There are times where we make situations and we make decisions where we might not be in the most alignment, and that can cause friction and tension in our lives. And for me, one thing I found myself doing is that I would judge myself, or I would be harsh with myself, or I would constantly have this negative talk towards what I did in the past, as opposed to finding ways to forgive and release. And that is a way of holding on. You don't want to hold on to something that's not going to serve you. And also, no one in this planet is going to be perfect. So by having a chance to forgive yourself, by taking that moment to sit down and be like, hey, I can still love you. And I even have a good affirmation song by Cox Marie, and it's called I Forgive You. And I love to play that song on repeat, and sometimes really just crying and then journaling about what I forgive for myself. Like, okay, in the past I did this. Maybe I wasn't... sometimes, like, you're at work and you're frustrated, you may not work from your highest self, or you might yell at somebody, or you may curse, or you're in traffic and you're cursing. These are moments where these are not in alignment with yourself, and you have to find time to really sit and reflect and then forgive yourself for that. And those are things that we need to take time to do. Another way that you can release is by having rituals for release. And I've talked about journaling. I've said journaling twice, but also sitting down with meditation. Like I said, sitting down, listening to an affirmational song and meditating, writing down what it is that you want to physically let go of and then burning it. And having a physical way of really just releasing, whether that's sitting on your mat and crying after you journal about something. Sometimes releasing isn't always about just letting go external things. Sometimes it's about releasing and letting go of emotional baggage, emotional pain. I know one thing that I said to my therapist, I would talk about one of my old toxic relationships when I was in high school. And she sat down and she's like, okay, well, can we just take a step back? We're talking about why you feel this way, that way, and this way. But when did this happen? Like, what year did it happen? And she had me recall the year. And then she comes back and she says, okay, and what year is it now? And she had to make me realize that I was holding on to pain for over 10 years. Something that had happened because I did not find a way to forgive and release and let it go. And so instead of seeing, and then in all my current relationships, I'm reacting based off of things that happened in the past. So before we step into the new year, it's very important that we release and let go of things. One thing that you can do and drop for an engaging chat is, what's one thing that you are ready to let go of this year? Let me know. What is it that you're ready to let go of? For me, it's self-doubt. I stopped doubting my abilities, stop doubting who I am. I want to let you guys write that in the chat, and then I want to read a few off. Yes, amen. Release that job, toxic relationship. Yes. Releasing the need to people please. Okay, releasing expectations. Love that. Old habits. Okay, hello. Welcome, Jasmine. We are typing in the group chat, what is one thing that you are ready to let go of this year, if you want to share. All right. So after we release, great, okay. After we release, we want to realign. We want to re-anchor ourselves. We want to come back down to earth. So what does that look like? Realignment is when you make decisions that are more clearer, your relationships become more authentic, and the opportunities flow to you more effortlessly. So that's why realigning matters. After you release, you don't want to just leave this void, but you want to fill it with space and with things that are going to allow you to really feel full and complete and in alignment and at peace with who you are becoming. So what does that look like? How can you do that? You can pause and reflect. You can pause and talk about who you are currently and what do I truly want to be like in the next season of my life. So you can take a moment to reflect and be like, hey, I'm a kind and gentle person. I'm always helping people. But in the future, I want to be able to take more time for myself. And I want to be able to understand my finances better. Whatever that may look like to you. Just knowing how to have a moment and reflect on what it is that you want to set and see in the future. Then you can also affirm your truth. Use affirmations like, I release what no longer serves me, but I'm in alignment with my highest self. Or I know that I'm always growing, and sometimes that looks like taking time for myself. So always releasing something and bringing something back, finding that way to bring it back in align with what truly at your core is your truth. And you know what your true truth is because it's in alignment with you. Then set intentions. Focus on what it is that you want to manifest, whether it is opening up a business, whether it is finding a new job, finding the love of your life. What is it? Finding your partner, having children. Focus on what it is that you want to manifest, not what you're afraid of. Sometimes, for me, I find myself saying, oh, I can't do this out of fear. And when you make fear-based decisions, you're not moving with your full authenticity. You're now allowing an external force to change what might be in alignment with you. 2, you're not thinking clearly. You're allowing like rahasya, that is like disruption or discord or external thoughts and processes to change what is going on with you. You don't really want that. When you're making a clear based decision, you want it to come from your authentic self. You want it to align with your most authentic self, and you want it to come from a place of empowerment, not fear. One way to realign is to tune into your body, your mind, daily. If your intuition is really in your gut. Sometimes if you're about to make a big decision and you like, oh, my stomach's upset. Oh, I don't know why I'm not feeling like this. Like, I'm supposed to be doing this today. That's your intuition. That's something your body is probably telling you that something you're about to do is not in alignment with you. And signs come up so clearly. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, find time to sit, breathe, journal, move your body with intentions. Small actions create big shifts in life. Taking 5, 10, 15 minutes a day to just sit with yourself and release and realign can really help you feel overall upcoming and better. So I hope that this was a little bit of engaging tips and helpful content. And I just want to remind you guys of things that you can do this upcoming month for the new year. I have a few offerings that I am doing to help you release and realign. The first one will be this upcoming Sunday. I'm having a virtual full moon sound bath healing session. We'll release old habits and set intentions for 2025 while I play my crystal sound bowls with you. This will be a virtual event. The link for that is in my bio. If you're interested, send me a DM and I can send you the link. Then we have the Flow and Frequency Club returning. That will be on the 3rd and 4th Sundays of the month. So on Sunday, January 19th, we will be at Rec Philly. And we'll connect and dive deeper into this month's theme. You will want to bring your journal, and if you're a Rec Philly member, you can go on the Rec Philly app to sign up because it's free for Rec members. And if you are not a Rec Philly member, you can go to the link in my bio or DM me for the Flow and Frequency that'll be at Rec Philly. Hey dear, how you doing? The 4th Sunday, which will be January the 21st, the Flow and Frequency Club meets up again, and that'll be at Soul Space Yoga Studio, where we'll practice grounding and experience. That'll be more movement and flow, so you'll want to bring your journal and your yoga mat to that. And you can always DM me and check out the links in my bio for any details. I would love to release and realign with you and set intentions for the new year with you guys. I truly appreciate you guys. And I hope that all of you beautiful souls know that it is okay to be in the state that you are now. Show yourself compassion and love, and know that we're all striving to do the best that we can. So before I leave, I want to have a collective breath with you guys. So you can find yourself in a comfortable position, closing your eyes. I want to play my mini bowl for you guys just while you breathe. You want to take a deep inhale, the biggest breath you had all day, filling all the air up in your lungs. Open up your mouth, sigh it out. Release. Breathing in fully. Opening up the mouth, sighing out. Release. One more time, breathing in fully. Opening up the mouth, release. Allowing yourself to sit, breathe, bring forth an intention of what you want to see in your 2025 this year. Knowing that everything that you want to manifest in this year is available to you. The first step is to let go of the things that don't serve you, let go of the things that are weighing you down, let go of the things that are allowing you to not be in alignment with who you truly are. You are special, you are divine, and you will have everything that you need within you to succeed. Remember that? And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into my live. If you've only come in during the end, no worries. I will post this on my YouTube channel and it will be on my page. I thank you guys so much for supporting me. I hope to see you at one of my upcoming events. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. And I hope you enjoy your Friday. Bye.